Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's second topic on this beautiful Thanksgiving Day. The Ravens need to help Lamar Jackson win the MVP. Look, I got a lot of flack for insinuating that I want Lamar to win MVP. Now, people are misconstrued in my reasonings, and I want to make sure I clear everything up so that they can understand exactly where I'm coming from, why I said he needs to win MVP and why I want him to win MVP. Okay? The NFL historically has been a copycat league. Whatever they deem works, everybody follows suit and they do it. You understand? Because of that, the quarterback position was a predominantly, Caucasian-driven position. Just like how running back was predominantly African-American, right? But the reasoning behind it wasn't capability, but was from ability. Because it was stated that they did not believe the black quarterback could think and break down things fast enough to be truly successful from the pocket. So that's why, historically speaking, that's where the QB position is coming from. Fast forward to now. You have a specimen that comes out of Louisville by the name of Lamar Jackson. And before he is even given a shot, mind you, this is from a man that threw for almost 4,000 yards in college and rushed for almost 1,500 yards, okay? He already successfully won the Heisman and almost won it again, right? He was asked, unprovoked, mind you, he's never played nothing else, to switch positions from quarterback to wide receiver, and every excuse was given to list reasons why he needs to be a receiver. Oh, he's too small to be a quarterback. Mind you, the man's 6'3". Legit. Remember, I've met him face to face multiple times. He is legit 6'3". But to them, that's too small. He's too scrawny. Weighs 200 and something pounds. There's multiple quarterbacks that weigh that. But for him, that's too small, right? And the context to that is they believe that he couldn't throw, but he was a runner. And in the league, as a runner, you're going to get hit often. So they did not believe he could hold up. Because I'm always going to make it a fair assessment in everything that I do, okay? So he drops in the standings for being drafted because teams were following like everyone else. If they didn't want him, why would we want him? He probably, is not as good as, we think he is. On top of it, after he refused to do wide receiver drills at the combine, they were looking on his 40 time to better state their case why he should be a wide receiver, because Lamar and them have already stated at at Louisville and them that he's running low 4.3 at that time. Low 4.3. Almost 4.2 40 time that he was pushing out at Louisville. So he refused to run it. Fast forward to now on why I need and why I want him to win the MVP. Okay? The MVP that he had already won is being misconstrued, is being ridiculed, is being diminished in the eyes of the people that make the judgment and make the votes for further establishment in the historical value of NFL players. What I mean, if you don't understand where I'm coming from, Canton. You understand? Okay. I'm talking here, right? Because I want to make sure my point gets across, clearly. Because a lot of times people misconstrue what I say, okay? So, with 2 MVPs, right? I'm going to read this to you. With 2 MVPs, it would put him in such elite company that he would no longer be viewed as good or great, which I believe if he's just a good quarterback or a great quarterback, they would hold him out. He would have become undeniable. And I brought up this point before, but I'm trying to really hammer it home, right? I want to read something to you. There has only been 10 players in the history of the NFL that have won the MVP multiple times. I want to read their names to you. Check this out. Jim Brown, first ballot Hall of Famer. Johnny Unitas, first ballot Hall of Famer. Joe Montana, first ballot Hall of Famer. Steve Young, first ballot Hall of Famer. Brett Favre, first ballot Hall of Famer. Kurt Warner, first ballot Hall of Famer. Peyton Manning, first ballot Hall of Famer. Tom Brady, first ballot Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers, going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Patrick Mahomes, who is also going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Speaking to somebody here, because y'all don't seem to get where I'm coming from. The Ravens have to understand the historical relevance of winning this MVP. It just can't always be, hey, this is what we're doing, and we don't want to go beyond that because that might take a little more effort, right? I'm not saying to run him 50 times at the goal line for the boost his stats. What I'm saying is to let the man play. That's what I'm saying. There are calls that they can make, even the last time, right, where we saw the whole offense change when Snoop came in and he was allowed or afforded the opportunity to throw a touchdown to OBJ, the first of the season for OBJ. He was allowed. When they were saying, Lamar's in run, Gus, get those numbers, get those points. You get my point? We've seen when players, for money, need one more sack for escalators in their contracts, that the Ravens or even other organizations and coaching staffs have made concessions to try to get them to that number. You understand where I'm coming from? If this is, I need 12 sacks, I'm at 11 sacks, right? I need 12 sacks to go get this extra $1 million. You've heard defensive coordinators be like, hey, yo, we running blitz, heavy side. You, strong side. You're going to be one-on-one. Go get the quarterback. We're going to rush it a couple times until you get that sack. To give them the opportunity. What I'm asking for the Ravens is to give Lamar Jackson the opportunity. You got to understand that he's not viewed like his contemporaries are viewed. Everything that comes about Lamar Demetrius Jackson is askewed. It's not a clear vision when it comes to him. He is hated. He is often maligned. And he is subjugated to unfair bias because of people's egos and pride. I'm speaking to somebody. This is why Nitro wants him to win it. And I was in a space with Gowie, shout out to Gowie, and I had even said, why can't they do both? They're saying, oh, if he wins MVP, then we can't win the Super Bowl. And I'm like, why can't you do both? It's possible. Patrick's done it twice. Well, last year he did it both. He got Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP and regular season MVP all in one season. But what I mean is twice is he has 2 Super Bowls, he has 2 MVPs. But last year he won, he swept the tables. He got everything. Why is it bad or impossible for Lamar to do the same thing? Tell me. Explain it to me, please. I want every Baltimore Raven player to have the opportunity to be of the highest ilk in the historical relevance of the NFL. You understand where I'm coming from? Ray Lewis, enough said. Ed Reed, enough said. We're going to have the opportunity to put our second offensive player into Canton. I believe our first is Jonathan Ogden, if I'm not mistaken. Our first and only offensive player is Jonathan Ogden. Johnny Unitas is not looked at as a Baltimore Raven. He's a Baltimore Colt. And a Colt. I'm telling y'all, it's needed. For Lamar to make it, that's what he has to do. I already told y'all, the MVP that he's already won, they said that was luck. He had one good season, so what? He has to win multiple. Super Bowl is pretty much the same thing. But if he has 2 MVPs in the Super Bowl, you can't say nothing to him. But if he has 2 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs, hey, you will be called more words than just foolish if you were trying to disrespect his accomplishments. You understand where I'm coming from? Because it's such a pristine accomplishment, such of the higher levels, that it would be, he becomes undeniable. And for everybody that's saying, Nitro, that's impossible, why do you always want everything for Lamar? This is wholeheartedly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, from my insides, for you. Multi-slap! I'm not joking. Hands on fire! We should want the best for the players that play for this team. And Lamar is by far the greatest offensive player this team has ever drafted. And he has the opportunity to go down as a top 10 quarterback if he does that. Think about it. He's going to hold all the rushing records for quarterbacks. He's going to hold all of them. And then he's going to have the passing numbers, the total touchdowns, all those numbers with a Super Bowl win, with multiple MVPs. That's what I want. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Do you think it's impossible for Lamar Jackson to win the MVP and the Ravens to win the Super Bowl? Let me know down there, please, because I don't think it's impossible, and I think for historical relevance, especially for him, he needs to. Because just winning one MVP, for those people that egos and pride were hurt when he proved that he could play the quarterback at a high level, will not give him the benefit of the doubt when it's time to put him in Canton. But like I said, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section, please, all right? But once again, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. You know, we get down, we have fun, and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification button if you have not already done so. It helps out the channel, it helps out the algorithm. And if you want to be subscribed and get more content and stuff like that, the Patreon's available. 3 tiers of content, goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think, okay? That's one way to support the channel. The other way to support the channel is this, the Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is $TheWunderkindShow. That's how people have been making donations. That's how we've been able to afford a couple stuff for the channel, for equipment and stuff like that. We're actually going for more cameras. And if we have anything left over, a better lighting system also. But if you want to help, that's how you do it, all right? But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And I'm going out wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Remember, be safe and be responsible, especially if you're drinking, all right? So I'm out of here, and y'all know my slogan. Peace. We out of here. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.